G'day folks, today we are reviewing the IS, which is Lexus's entry-level luxury sports sedan. Today I'll be driving the i350, which is the 3.5 litre V6 model, but there's also a 2.5 litre model available as well. This i350 is also equipped with the sports package, which gives you the bigger wheels, bigger brakes and the sports suspension, and a number of extra features inside the car as well. The first thing you notice when you get in this car is just how small the car is. When I sit here in this seat, this A-pillar and this roof line here near the window is so close to my face. When I turn around, I feel like I'm going to hit it. As well as that, because the roof line is very low, it also means this rear view mirror is very low, and it kind of blocks out like half of my view. I find myself looking down quite a bit. Even with the A-pillar, I'm looking around a bit. Both these things block your visibility out quite a bit. Now, in the back seats, in terms of space, yeah, not so great. You've got room for two adults. The transmission tunnel was huge, and in the center of the roof, it's quite low. So, I mean, I'm 5'8", I'm pretty small, and I have to sit like this in the middle seat. Where the rear seats really kill you is the leg room. It's really bad. It's the smallest amount of leg room in this car segment. As well as that, the trunk is pretty small as well. I mean, it's okay, but nothing fantastic. The rear seats don't fold down as well, which is pretty bad, so you can't fit many large objects in this car. Despite being a small car, it does have quite a nice interior. It's quite plush, and I mean, it's what you'd expect from Lexus. Although the interior doesn't ooze with glamour like a Mercedes S-Class, it does look tidy and doesn't feel cheap. Yes, it is on the smaller side, but it's quite snug and comfy, and you will feel like you're driving in something that's just that little bit more special. Other than that, really my only complaint is the center dashboard area. It's pretty boring, you know. I would expect something a bit nicer than that. I'd say the C-Class probably has a better interior, or better center dashboard. The Skyline again has a much better center dashboard. This one is really 90s looking. It's got the touchscreen and all that, but even then it's a pretty, I would have probably expected something a bit nicer from Lexus. The reason why you're looking at a car like this, like a Lexus, is probably because of the features, right? Otherwise you'd be looking for a Toyota Camry or a Mazda 6 or a Ford Mondeo or a Holden Commodore. But if you want features, then you'll probably be looking at this car. And bear in mind the features that I'm going to read out to you. I mean, these are all, this is a car that's 10 years old now, so it's quite outdated. I know many cars now have stuff that I'm about to say, but for this period, this is pretty good, and for the price you pay, it's pretty good. And I'm going to start off firstly with cruise control. And the reason why I'm mentioning cruise control is because many cars have cruise control as an option, but this car, it comes standard. It's also got a nice gauge cluster. I know it's not a feature, but one thing the gauge cluster does, which is quite nice, is you can set a certain RPM or a speed where the tacho or the speedometer will light up. And it's actually quite a useful feature because, you know, if you're using the paddle shifters, you keep your eyes on the road and it lights up when you should upshift. And likewise with the speedometer, you can set the lighting up to occur at a certain speed limit, and in that way you just have to, you know, you don't even have to look down, you can see this light flashing and you know you're going a bit too fast. And as well as that, it's quite a cool looking feature as well. Even though the car has got pretty bad visibility, it does have a reverse camera, and these wing mirrors are quite good. When you reverse, the wing mirrors tilt downwards, and with the combination of the reverse camera, it's pretty easy to park and maneuver this car. And again, it's a brilliant feature that you don't find in many other cars. This car's also got puddle lights which light up when you approach the car. All windows are fully automatic and can be opened and closed remotely using the key fob. It's got an auto dimming rear view mirror, auto rain sensing wipers,
and adaptive front light system headlights, which turns the headlights as you steer around corners. I can't really say it's life-changing though. There's also another nifty feature where you can pair your key fob to a memory seat position, and your partner or whoever else drives the car can pair their key to another memory seat position. So when the car is unlocked using your particular key, not only will it adjust your seat, but it will also adjust your wing mirrors and steering wheel to your key's particular driving position. It also automatically stows the steering wheel when the engine is turned off, and moves back into your driving position when it's turned back on again. The infotainment system is pretty average, very dull looking. Looks kind of like it's running Windows DOS with its black background and white text. Like many Japanese cars though, you can rip CDs to the inbuilt hard drive, and although the system is a bit clunky, you can build your own custom playlist, which is quite handy.
The stock system is a 13 speaker premium sound system, and it gives you 3 speakers in each door and a sub in the rear deck, and it sounds fantastic. It is so good. I'm so impressed with it. Now if that isn't good enough for you, you can try and find a car with the 14 speaker Mark Levinson premium sound system. Now it doesn't just have one extra speaker, it's actually got Mark Levinson speakers, which are much better sound quality. You've got the better amp as well.
I can't speak for all ISs, but out of the 8 that I have driven, none of them had any door vibrations caused from the speakers, including the rear deck with the sub. It's very hard to find cars which don't have door rattle from the speakers. Now, how many times have you bought a drink bottle that never fits into a cup holder? Well, Lexus knows exactly how you feel, and have done themselves a great justice with these adjustable door storage compartments. As you can see, Lexus has filled this car to the brim with numerous amenities and features that makes this car a very strong contender against its European competition. The IS350 boasts 314 horsepower 3.5 litre V6 with 280 foot-pounds of torque. The engine just encourages you to plant your foot on the floor, and as you do, the IS swiftly accelerates you to 100 km an hour in a whopping 5.1 seconds. The acceleration is very quick and rapid, but feels smooth and very well composed.
Now as far as handling goes, it handles really well. It is a rear-wheel drive. You can get this also in a all-wheel drive model, and I can't speak on behalf of the all-wheel drive model, but this car is so fun to drive around the corners and packs a whole lot of punch when you're kicking out of the corner. It's really well balanced as well, not a lot of body roll again for this sort of weight, and it's also again equipped with the sports package, so it does have the sports suspension. Steering, however, is really light, and personally I'm not a fan of light steering. It does make the car feel a bit cheaper. It actually feels like driving any old Toyota really, and I do prefer how some of the BMWs and the Skyline, actually that car has much more heavier, tighter steering. This car does feel a bit flimsier. It does, however, mean it's a bit easier to maneuver around tight areas, and it's lighter and it's all that sort of. Due to its 6-speed transmission, the car cruises at 110 k's an hour at 2000 RPM, which means it's a quite a smoother ride, and of course you get a better fuel economy. Driving it around town, I've got up to about 13 litres per 100k, which isn't so great. But mind you, that was really bad traffic. That wasn't normal driving, that was really bad Auckland holiday traffic, weekend traffic. However, on the highway, I got 8.6 litres per 100k, which is really good.
So if you want the power and excitement of a BMW 3 Series, the elegance of a Mercedes C-Class, but also the reliability of a Toyota Corolla, then you'll want to take an IS350 on a test drive and see if the small cabin size isn't going to be an issue for you. Because if it isn't an issue for you, you'll probably want to buy it. And you're not going to bother with an IS250 because they're far too slow and the fuel economy is so similar, you might as well cough up the other $1,000 and get the extra 100 horsepower. and avoid the carbon buildup issues as well. You're also not going to bother with the base model as you lose most of the features, and then you might as well just buy a Corolla. No, you're going to buy an i350 because there are not many other cars out there that pack in this much power, class and reliability for $16,000 while keeping a big smile on your face.
Anyway folks, thanks for watching this review. Hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well if you want to watch more New Zealand car reviews.